Hi, Anna here from Anna's Vintage Journals. Just wanted to share with you my latest Halloween junk journal that I made for my sister Annette. She doesn't know she's getting it. Hope she enjoys it. I always have fun making my Halloween journals. The outside cover is basic gray Halloween material. I used Craft Tex for my cover. Sewed the material over. I used some black vintage lace trim that I had. Go down the side, and these little pumpkins. And then just one little trinket from Tim Holtz, Peculiar Things, it said. I didn't want to overdo it with a long, chunky filled dangle, so I just think that's just enough. The cover, I used a Pinterest picture, one of my favorite creepy ones, and a Tim Holtz here says Foolish Mortals, some trim there. The closure, I just used an eyelet and some of the seam binding I did in orange and black. And that's the cover, and I'll get in and do a quick little show. Get it a little bit chunkier than what I expected it would end up, but there's the inside cover. There we go. I did the material, I overlapped it on the inside cover. My envelopes that I like to make, and then I did black lace on the inside. This is, let me sit down here for a second. These are the envelopes that I really like making. And it's a vintage glass black button. This one, just some little trim, lace trim down the side, and a little punch, little mice. I thought was really cute. Vintage lace there, and they open up, and this is like a pocket on this part of the envelope. And then of course I just add some of my off of Pinterest. Love Pinterest. And of course everything is coffee stained, and I love to distress. I distress everything using Tim Holtz. The little mouse punch again across the top for a little bit of a Halloween effect there. That's that. So it opens up, and I put some lace trim here. Just left this plain and inked it up, and then it opens up, and on the inside I little pocket, lace trim, some more vintage ephemera, Tim Holtz die, and then I just my material lace down, and a couple of tuck-ins. October 31st, and this I just made into a little, like a notebook, and it's all distressed. Gives nice little areas to store all them little secrets in, Halloween secrets. So that is that, and I just put and these are all rusted clips that I did with of course, glue the vintage button on there. Halloween's one of my favorite times of year. I really enjoy it. Of course, it's a month of my birthday too. This is like a vellum. I like to do just an overlay. All of the pages are, they're all coffee stained. This is a different, not copy paper, but a thicker, maybe like sketching pad paper, I call it, kind of vintagey. This was a Tim Holtz, no, that wasn't a Tim Holtz die cut, it was a punch. Little skulls, crossbones, these little, oops, sorry, these little vintage pockets I made, used Tim Holtz bones, and the ephemera on the inside. Pinterest. I ink everything up. I love vintage. I love to make things look old, and Halloween is so much fun. My witches. And this little from these pockets have like 2 tuck spots in them. One in the front, one in the back. And this is a short page. I made it into like an envelope. It should be so hard to film and try to. And I did another one of the vintage catalog for Halloween things, and this was Tim Holtz collage paper that I used on it just to dress it up a bit. But again, nice little spots to journal in. Oh, I'll do this after. Tim Holtz down the side washi tape. And Tim Holtz again, washi tape. And this, I think, come from Chocolate Rabbit on Etsy, her store. She has a lot of nice things. These are my die cuts that I use. And I really like that saying, if you are reading this, then you are blissfully unaware of what is creeping up behind you. And then I put some little pictures and my little, oh my goodness, my fingers don't want to work, my little cards for my journals that I had made. I sewed around most of the pages, and of course I copy stained. There we go. This little page here's spooky. Got little eyes, gemstone for the eyes. Ephemera. This right here is a playing card. Got them at a thrift store, and I like the almost the damask looking on the back, so I roughed it up and scuffed it up a bit, and then I said I'm going to use that in my Halloween journal. So on the Joker side on the front, I put one of the black cats, and I thought it came out pretty good. That's that, and little clips, rusty pins. Try and get through this a bit quicker. I had gone to a thrift store, found two of these at the thrift store. I was so excited. I was like, one, they were Tim Holtz alteration. I was so excited. I think I paid like $3.99 and I got 3 of them. And I was tickled pink. So I decided to use one of them, and I made like a little card tuck spot. I thought it was pretty cool. I'd never seen it before, and so that's what they looked like, the die cut edge, and I thought I'm going to use that. So I stuck some ephemera behind it, and I thought it made a nice little Halloween pocket. So I was kind of pleased. And again, these are, I think this one is a Tim Holtz die. Tim Holtz Raban. And I tore, all my pages are all torn. I like that look for Halloween. These are one of my dies also. Make nice little tuck spots with ephemera behind them. Most of my ephemera is Pinterest. My embossed little ghost. I'll glue that on there. I love this little Halloween girl. So vintagey. And what I do is just put some vintage lace down the side, made a tuck spot, and stuck a few of my favorite little Halloween ones behind there. Some more of my die cuts, I guess they're called. There we go. Lots of ephemera behind. Spiderweb top. Another pocket with some tucks. All kinds of Ouija board tuck. Cat. I don't want to bore everybody, show them everything I've thrown in the corners. This is material that I found at a thrift store. Let me just take them out for a second. It has cute little skeletons and bones, and you can hear it. It's material. So I thought, oh, I wonder how that would work. So I sewed it and then glued it on so it stayed down a bit and scuffed it up, and I thought, there. I'm using that as a double pocket and put the material behind, and I quite like it. Another one here. I just made one of the little, it's a New Yorker, but I made a little tiny little book, rusty pen she can have to write a few little things in there. Oh, that's cute. I'll throw that in the pocket. There we go. And I didn't leave very many bare pages, but this time I made myself say, hey, leave some pages. They want to write. Put that up there. A couple of vintage scary pics. Oh, one of my favorites. I think they're called Beastie or Bessel Halloween vintage. I like them. Like them. So I use this one as a tuck spot. A little Halloween game it is behind there. And then one of my morgue attached to the toe tags. Kind of morbid, but there we go. Tuck spots, Halloween tag. A little pocket there, wicked. Little envelope, clear little envelope with some ephemera inside. What you might like. Another pocket on the page. Ephemera tucked in there, all kinds. It's filled with Halloween ephemera. She loves it probably just as much as I do. Tim Holtz stamped. An old Nestle. Oops. And old Trick or Treat. We used to get them as kids, Trick or Treat bags. So I stuck a little sucker in there for her. Got that off of Pinterest and made a few, and love it. And just a creepy little Halloween tag. Page. And Trick or Treat Halloween kisses. And then filled it full of ephemera across the top. Poison. I like this Halloween Trick or Treat. The big Halloween. Oh, Halloween cap. Page. The center of my journal. It's got tuck spots on the top, tuck spots on the bottom. My little skeleton man filled with vintage ephemera. My little ghost. All kinds of ephemera behind there. I'll pull out. Tuck spots up, tuck spots down. My spiders. Oops. Just a little tag and a few little things tucked in. I went to the one of the vintage stores out here, or Goodwill I think it was, and I found a package of old, the actual old Trick or Treat bags. I was so excited. I just love that, so I threw one in there for her. Sure she'll remember them. A lot of little black cat ephemera in this one. I like this one. Off of Pinterest. Black cat. I think it's a fortune telling game. It's one of my favorite. I did a web across the top and I glued some thread down to the spider. That was kind of cute. And here I did material like the book, lace underneath, and oops, go sideways here. Vintage ephemera. That's the cover, and then some older. Oh, is it blurry? Oh, sorry, it's a little blurry, but that up a bit there. And one of my scary pics. There. All kinds of pictures, all kids in their costumes and creepy old. I love it. I think she's going to enjoy it. Little tag down there. This is a two two tuck spots. One in behind this one and this one. Here on this page, I tucked the page over. Just the washi tapes from Tim Holtz, and I did 3 tags. Made 3 tags and tucked them in there so she can write on the backs of them. This one's just got a little, one of the little paper clips that I seen people were making with the, to wrap paper around them and to decorate them. I thought it was kind of cute. Much on the other side. Big old spider tag. Ephemera. I'm going to hurry this because I don't want anybody to be bored. There we go. Another one of the pockets that I made with Tim Holtz alteration. So it gives me a two tuck spots. Small ones. Big ones. Pumpkins. There we go. Fish in black. And that's one of the Tim Holtz dies I bought, I think, a couple years ago. Left these 2 pages blank. I love her. I love her. She's such a cute witch. But there, I left the pages blank on each side. I want to leave a little bit of room. Again, like I said, lots of tucks with lots of ephemera because that's the best. There we go. White tags. Rusty pins with vintage buttons on them. Creepy. Just another little tuck spot I did there. Certificate of Insanity. I think I got that off of Etsy, maybe. That one. Dancing skeleton. She'll laugh. I even signed her name to it to verify. She'll probably agree. And so one of these black cats. I love them black cats. And I use it for a tuck spot. And that is the end. And here I just an envelope. Another one of these old-fashioned, well, vintage. They used to have suckers in them. That's how they used to get their suckers. Their Halloween treat. Here's just an envelope. Opens up for some things in there, and one big Halloween picture that I had that I couldn't use, and I said, I'm going to stick that one in there. And she'll have, hopefully, and that's what the back looks like, the lace down it, and it's a nice soft, like, bendable cover. It's, I really like using that. It's Craftex. I usually order it from Amazon, and there's my, I use double orange and black. There you go. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but that's my Halloween journal this year. I hope you liked it. And there's my couple of my Halloween journals from years before that I did videos on. My witch one with the leather-like covers, which I enjoy making them. And I think this was the one I made last year. And this was like huge. And again, the leather-like covers. Well, I hope I didn't bore you too much. Thank you for watching, and have a happy Halloween.